The Anglo-Maratha conflict. The decline of Mughal Empire led to the rise of many small powers like the Marathas to declare themselves as independent powers. Some of them also started establishing themselves as important power in the political horizon of India by subduing the some states of India including Odisha either through war or diplomacy. The Marathas had to struggle with the British, who were also expanding their power in India. The Anglo-Maratha conflicts were an important chapter in the history of Odisha, and they had a significant impact on the region. The Marathas were able to conquer Odisha in 1751, and they ruled the region for over 50 years. During their rule, the Marathas made significant contributions to Odisha's culture and society. The Anglo-Maratha conflicts began in 1775, and they lasted for over 40 years. The conflicts were fought over control of Odisha and other parts of India. The British eventually emerged victorious in the Anglo-Maratha conflicts, and they took control of Odisha in 1803. The causes of conflict. The strategic location of Odisha was the most important reason for the Anglo-Maratha conflict. Odisha lay between the already occupied British territories of Bengal and Madras presidencies. The British had been coveting Odisha for a long time, as it was considered a part of Bengal from the day of Muslim conquest in 1568 AD, and was a revenue-earning proposition. The British also wanted to control Odisha in order to protect their outlying districts from Maratha incursions. Finally, the British had the objective of extending their dominion over the whole of India. In order to achieve these goals, the British tried to persuade the Bengal Nawab to drive the Marathas out of Odisha, but failed. They then tried to negotiate with the Marathas, but these negotiations also failed. Finally, Lord Wellesley decided to use force to conquer Odisha. In order to prepare for the conquest, the British tried to win over the Maratha army officials and soldiers, declared that occupation would be followed by conciliation and good administration, entered into negotiations with native states, Garjats, realized the inability of the Marathas to raise the strength of their small army, acquired a thorough knowledge of the topography of Odisha. The British were ultimately successful in conquering Odisha in 1803. This victory gave them control of a strategically important region and helped them to achieve their goal of extending their dominion over India. Conflict during Rajaram Pandit. Rajaram Pandit was the governor of Odisha during the Anglo-Maratha conflict. The Raja of Nagpur had joined with Pune, Hyderabad, and Mysore to form an anti-British confederacy. The conflict with these four powers demanded the movement of the British army to Madras via Odisha. The British army had to pass through Odisha to reach Madras, which was under attack by Hyder Ali of Mysore. The Bhonsle chief of Nagpur instructed Rajaram Pandit to extract chauth from the British authorities. Rajaram Pandit went personally to Calcutta to settle the amount with the Governor-General and demanded 25 lakhs of rupees as loan with the immediate payment of 12 lakhs. After due negotiation, a sum of 13 lakhs along with a loan of 10 lakhs was handed over to him. With the help of some Maratha officers, Colonel Piers marched with his army through Odisha and crossed the border of Ganjam, receiving an assistance of 2,000 horses from the Marathas. This act of Rajaram brought the British closer to the Bhonsles of Nagpur. Rajaram Pandit was very firm in his action. He dismissed the Maratha Fauzdar Bhavani Das Chaudhary for oppressing a merchant of Barabati named Gangadhar. He sent Murar Pandit as the Fauzdar of Balasore. He took steps to crush the recalcitrant Samandars. He seized Balram Mahartha, a refractory landholder of the British Company at Ganjam, and handed him over to Snodgrass. He chastised the king of Khurda, who submitted before him. He was a shrewd diplomat and a good administrator. He brought all the refractory forces under his control. He showed a great deal of interest for the influx of pilgrims to Puri from all parts of India. He disbanded the prior practice of collecting revenues through hereditary talukdars and appointed his own men for the same purpose. He discharged his duty very well as the Subhadar of Odisha and breathed his last in 1793. Conflict during Sadashiv Rao. Rajaram Pandit was the predecessor of Sadashiv Rao as the Nayab Subhadar of Odisha. Sadashiv Rao maintained a friendly relationship with the British, similar to his father. The British residency at Balasore was abolished, resulting in Barabati being freed from the control of the British East India Company. Despite this, Sadashiv Rao willingly offered Barabati to the British as it was connected to their factory. Sadashiv Rao suppressed local Rajas who opposed British rule in Odisha. In 1795, a mutinous British battalion was attacked by another battalion, resulting in some sepoys being imprisoned. The remaining sepoys sought refuge with the king of Mayurbhanj, who refused to hand them over to the British. The British authorities sought assistance from Sadashiv Rao, who successfully convinced the king of Mayurbhanj to comply with their demands. Sadashiv Rao facilitated the movement of British troops from Bengal to Madras. His cordial relationship with the British led to improvements in the postal system in Odisha, resulting in increased correspondence between Calcutta and Puri. Despite his friendly relations with the English, Sadashiv Rao remained committed to fighting for just causes. Sadashiv Rao vehemently opposed British assistance to Shyam Sundar in the contest for the throne of Khurda. Mukundadeva, the son of Divyasinghadeva too, eventually claimed the throne of Khurda. In 1803 CE, the British occupied Odisha. Result of the conflict. The British deceived the Marathas and took advantage of their absence to occupy coastal Odisha. This led to the end of Maratha rule in Odisha. The British had been allies of the Marathas for many years, but Lord Wellesley, the British Governor-General, was an imperialist who wanted to expand the British Empire. In October 1803, when Sadashiv Rao, the Maratha governor of Odisha, was away from Cuttack, the British General Harcourt invaded and occupied coastal Odisha. The Marathas were unable to resist the British, and Maratha rule in Odisha came to an end. So, this is the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. To get the note of this video, scan the above QR code or check description to get the link. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day.